Bucket that in the coupe, oh yeah. Got a pipe full of red, oh yeah. Bucket that in the coupe, oh yeah. Got a pipe full of red, oh yeah.
I've been wanting to react to this all week. It says the most painful deaths in Saw. I've never seen Saw in my life, so I don't. All I know is like the premise of the movie. I think was like this old man was punishing people for doing bad things. So like, that's all. That's literally all I know. Or if I'm even right about that, all I know is that people were just being punished. All right, let's get into the video. I know I have an ad blocker. Leave me alone. I don't want to watch no damn ad, man.
Mitch was selling faulty motorcycle brakes that directly led to a man's death. When John Kramer himself got
I knew it. I thought it was like this old man punishing people.
During the barn sequence, he made sure the punishment fit the crime perfectly. The barn setup was elaborate as hell, with Mitch suspended by his feet above this massive rotating spiral blade that was literally powered by the motorcycle engine from the faulty bike Mitch sold. The trap gave him one shot at survival. Grab a key from a funnel to stop the death machine before time ran out. But it wasn't that easy, and things would go terribly wrong. After Anna managed to stop the spiral blade rotating, Mitch decided to do absolutely nothing. Instead of completing the task while the wheel was stopped, he just didn't do anything, and this quickly went bad for him.
Would it collapse on him?
Anna used to stop the spiral blade spinning snapped, and Mitch just couldn't move fast enough. Mitch got diced up by the blade, leaving us with one of the most painful-looking deaths. If you thought that was bad, just remember they get so much more painful from here.
Yo, like wait, he just looked like... like, come on, bro. I would be hooting and howling. I look over and I see a shredded man.
Just remember
like
they get so much more painful from here. Like the next one. Detective Fitch. Detective Fitch wasn't just an ordinary cop. He had a long history of police brutality and
so yeah, this old man was punishing people. So clap it up for him. He was doing doing justice to the world, but not in the right way. He should have just took up the Batman mantle and just started beating them up.
Lying under oath that directly led to numerous innocent people's deaths. So when a Jigsaw copycat appeared, who was specifically targeting corrupt police officers, Fitch was the perfect opening victim. Fitch woke up with a mechanical device around his head and wires tied around his fingers.
Oh, it will rip his fingers off.
He had to bite down on the mechanical device around his head, which would pull the wires on his fingers and rip them off. He needed to do all that before the water level rises too much and causes him to be electrocuted. And surprisingly,
bro, I would rather be electrocuted than have my fingers slowly ripped off my hands. Come on, man, what? At least like when you get electrocuted, it's damn near painless. It's just like that. I would rather get electrocuted than have to do that.
For a moment, Fitch bit down on the device and suffered unbearable pain for moments before he stopped, and then started again. This short break he took would ultimately lead to his death as the water level continued to rise and he wasted too much time. While he died quite quickly, the build-up to it was slow and agonizing. Especially,
man, I would have just sat there, did nothing, waited for the water level to get up, and then had me be electrocuted. I'm not having my fingers slowly ripped off my hand like that. No.
As he had his fingers half ripped off before he died. But if you think that was painful, this next victim had to endure insane pain while also having another challenge. Nina. Nina was a journalist who used her platform and her voice to actively harm people. So naturally, Jigsaw decided to target exactly that weapon.
These are all just terrible people. I'm like, it's like, let's say like this stuff is like actually like, it's justice, but not the way that people, it's not in a humane way. So, man, like he's doing, I can't say he's doing the right thing, but he's doing it's for the greater good.
She'd been using this trap was part of Saw.
Like when Goku punched that dragon to free Pan, it was for the greater good. I mean, he socked the shit out of Pan, but like it was for the greater good. So
his sequence of public unwinnable games, which added this whole extra layer.
Like, but this man is sick though. These games are like unwinnable. It's like even if you do win the game, you still gonna be like hurt. Like if that dude like actually bit down on the thing all the way and stuff like that, his fingers, he would have got out alive, but he would have no fingers. So like, did I really win? What am I gonna do with no fingers, man? Come on now.
Humiliation to the torture. The mechanics were absolutely diabolical. Nina was tied up with a fishhook
you're
and
not
string
ripping metal
going
off of
down
metal,
her
bro.
throat, and that string was attached up with a fishhook and string going down her throat, and that string was attached.
Yo, all they gotta do is rip that hook out, and everything inside is going like, yo, ain't no
to
way.
A key buried inside her stomach. Bobby Dagan, who was being
How
tested
in the world did that old man get the key inside her stomach, bro? How?
for his own lies about surviving a jigsaw trap, had to pull that key out through her throat to save her. But here's the catch that makes this trap so insidious. If Nina made a sound during this process, spikes would begin to impale her throat and kill her.
What? See, bro, how? Who can open their mouth and watch somebody pull something out of their throat without them making a noise? How? You gonna gag like, hey, that's a noise, right? So you're just gonna like, come on, no, man.
Have to endure insane pain, but she has to be quiet. The trap was testing both Nina's endurance.
Bro, how are you supposed to endure pain and shut up about it? Like, come on, no.
And Bobby's resolve. But it was really designed to be a test of the impossible.
See?
Despite Bobby's desperate efforts to save her, Nina couldn't maintain her silence. He managed to rip the hook out of her, but she began screaming in pain and was slowly impaled by the spikes before Bobby could save her. Speaking of nightmare territory,
this is
the next death combines
sick.
psychological torture with one of the most claustrophobic and impossible choices ever conceived. Captain Garza. Captain Angie Garza.
Look, man, simple thing. Just don't do bad things to people and then you'll be perfectly fine. These people did something because these people got here because they did terrible things. Just don't do bad things, Chad.
Was a police superior who
Yo,
was
is that not Chris Rock, bro? I know.
Implicated in the same systemic corruption that the Jigsaw copycat was trying to expose. She had history with Zeke Banks, but she was part of the problem.
Yo, is that not Chris Rock?
The copycat designed this trap to be both torturous and symbolic, and obviously extremely painful. She was strapped down, completely unable to move as boiling hot wax began pouring directly onto her face.
Whoa.
The wax was threatening to both suffocate and burn her simultaneously, creating this dual torture that
why?
attacked her in multiple ways at once. But here's where the trap gets truly diabolical.
Did he even say what she did that was that bad?
He was given an option to escape.
Bro, it was like, it should be like the worst things that you did, the worst the torture would be. As a matter of fact, there was no torture them at all. How about you just arrest them or something? Lock them up in a cage in some dungeon somewhere. Why did that have to be torture?
She had to do was sever her own spinal cord.
Bro, the only way you can survive is if you ripped out your own brain. Sucker, I'm going to die if I do that. Sever her own spinal cord, I will be paralyzed, man. So did I really win the game? No.
To stop yourself from being suffocated is to sever your spinal cord,
which would leave her.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you can win the game. All you gotta do is just sever your spinal cord. That's all you gotta do. That's all. That's all I have to do. That's all I have to do, man. Yeah, all you have to do is just sever your spinal cord. That's all you gotta do. It's just easy. No. It's like bro.
It's day 3.
Lee paralyzed.
Bro, Max. Let's go. Max, nobody told you to start your for your stream to make that noise. No. Let me speak. That's like a game where you have to swallow hot boiling water or take out your eyes. Sucker, like no.
Garza couldn't bring herself to do it. She died as the wax solidified around her face, simultaneously suffocating and burning her while she was fully conscious. Zeke discovered her body too late and was absolutely devastated by her loss, which added another layer of emotional trauma to an already
damn. How her face looked like Darth Vader
because of the sheer impossibility of the choice and the combination of burning, suffocation, and complete helplessness. Even seasoned Saw fans were shocked by the brutality of this trap, and the
come on, what did she
setting made it
even
more
do
disturbing to watch.
to deserve
and if you
that?
think
Nobody
impossible
deserves
choices
that.
are bad, The next one got stuck with a painful
What she do? Throw a baby out the window? Like, she did not deserve that.
and impossible task for a very dark reason. Seth Baxter. Seth was a murderer who had escaped justice through the legal system. So
How?
Detective Mark Hoffman decided to take matters into his own hands.
Sucker. I mean, he beat the case, so like, that's like, bro, he beat the case. Leave this man alone. He went through the whole legal system. He beat the case. It's not like he corrupted the evidence and all that, and then he beat the case that way. Nigga beat the case fair and square. Leave him alone, bro. I get it. He murdered some people. That's bad, but come on. Why do you have to torture him, bro? He beat
With
the
some
case.
personal revenge. The twist
not like
here
he
is
did
that
the
this wasn't
race.
actually a real Jigsaw test. Hoffman was using Jigsaw's methods to cover his own tracks while eliminating someone he felt deserved to die.
Yo.
The setup was simple, but terrifying. Seth was shackled to a table with this massive pendulum blade swinging back and forth above him, getting lower with each swing.
Oh,
The blade
my
was huge, sharp,
gosh.
and perfectly designed to create maximum
How
dread
did, bro,
as it
who's
slowly
making
descended
this stuff? How do you just make this contraption?
toward his body. The rule seems straightforward enough. Crush your hands in these metal devices to stop the blade from lowering. Seth actually
Yeah, so, all you gotta do to stop this blade is just crush your hands. Yeah, to stop yourself from shitting this brick, how about, you rip out your own tongue? Nigga, no! No!
followed the rules
Bro, this is like, save yourself from torture by torturing yourself. Like, come on, bro.
perfectly. He crushed his hands completely, enduring that agony because he thought it would save his life. But
But it
here's what
didn't.
makes this trap so much more horrific. Hoffman had rigged
They didn't.
it from the beginning. The blade kept lowering no matter what Seth did. It sliced into his abdomen and began bisecting him in this slow,
Bro, that's like Squid Game, bro. They tell you the rules of the game, but there's just some underlying rule that they don't tell you, bro.
agonizing manner while he was fully conscious and realizing that his compliance had been meaningless. Hoffman watched the entire
Such an
thing through
idiot, bro. Like who? Like come on, bro.
a peephole, making sure
That's
Seth
so
suffered as
unfair.
much as possible. This scene established Hoffman's ruthlessness and set up his rivalry with other characters, showing that he was willing to pervert Jigsaw's philosophy for his own revenge. But if
Bro, who
following
even found out about the Jigsaw
the
stuff?
rules and still dying is horrific, wait until you hear about this historical torture device that slowly
Oh,
roasted
he was
someone alive.
Baked alive in there?
Joyce Dagan was the wife of Bobby Dagan, whose lies about surviving a jigsaw trap had made him famous and wealthy. Bobby had been
So
going through
she gotta pay the price?
his own series of tests, trying to save his friends to atone for his lies about being a jigsaw survivor. Joyce represented the ultimate stakes. If he failed, the person he loved most would pay the price.
No. I'm not dying because you lied about some nonsense. Come on, man. Yeah, like just torture him. Why do I have to die because he lied? Hey man, make him atone for that, not me.
She was locked inside this metal bowl, while Bobby was separated from her by an electric fence, forced to watch helplessly as the trap activated.
Now she gotta cook alive
Flames
in
ignited beneath the bowl.
the bronze bowl.
And Joyce was slowly roasted alive inside this metal chamber.
Like Freddy
The ancient
Krueger.
Greeks designed the brazen bowl specifically to maximize suffering. The metal would heat up gradually,
Like
cooking
I
the
said, the
victim
bronze
from the
bowl.
outside in, while amplifying their screams. The emotional impact on Bobby was devastating, as he realized that his lies and his failures had directly led to his wife's torture and death. He had to watch the person he loved most die horribly because of his own actions,
Whole
which
time she
added
didn't even
this
do
psychological
nothing.
torment on top of the physical horror. But even being slowly burned alive can't compare to what this con artist had to endure while fully conscious and aware.
Whoa,
Mateo was a con artist who had
what
made
did
the
he
mistake
do?
of scamming John Kramer himself during the event
Alright, like a lot of these things could have been avoidable. Like, why are you scamming niggas in the first place, bro?
of Saw X.
Get your money
Kramer
legit. Why
designed
you
this trap
scamming
to force
niggas?
Mateo to atone for his deception by enduring the kind of extreme pain that matched the emotional damage he'd caused. The setting was this makeshift surgical room that heightened the horror with its medical authenticity. John Kramer and Amanda Young were both present, personally overseeing the test and adding gravity to every moment. Mateo was instructed to perform brain surgery on himself
How?
while fully
How was that possible? How?
conscious. He had to remove a piece of his own brain tissue with his bare hands while completely awake and aware of what he was doing. The psychological horror of
How
self-mutilation,
was that possible?
combined with the physical agony of literally digging into his own skull, created this perfect storm of suffering. When Mateo couldn't complete the task in time, a heated mask snapped shut on his face, melting his flesh right off his skull.
Like, bro, like, even if he did do that in time, how would he fix that? There's no way he's stitching him. He could stitch himself up. He would just blood out right there. Like, it was like these things have no win to it. It makes you seem like you can win, but technically you don't win at all.
Slow buildup of the brain.
Like that dude with his fingers. Like, even if he did win, he still didn't win because he got no fingers. Come on, man.
Surgery, followed by the sudden facial burning, made the whole experience even more traumatic. But this death was nowhere near as bad as the next one.
How is it getting worse?
Was John Kramer's ex-wife, and her death carried enormous weight for longtime fans, because she was the first person to actually die from the franchise's most iconic device.
Come
The
on.
reverse bear trap. The trap had appeared in multiple films, and become
The
the series.
reverse bear trap. You know how bear traps, they go like this, right? So does it like open, like imagine a face in here. Does it like, nah, chief. That ain't it, dude.
Signature
That
torture
is
device.
not it,
But
dude.
viewers had never seen it actually kill someone until this moment. Jill's
See,
death
that
was
is
part of
not
Detective
it.
Hoffman's personal vendetta against her. She had been trying to carry out John's final wishes, but Hoffman saw her as a threat to his own plans and power. The trap itself is designed to rip open the wearer's jaw in the most gruesome way possible. When that timer
I'm
hit
glad
zero,
he
the
blurred.
device snapped open with tremendous force, graphically tearing her face apart and splitting her head
Sweet
open.
mama's monkeys.
The mechanism is spring-loaded to create maximum damage in minimum time. But the violence is so extreme that even that brief moment feels endless. Hoffman watched with satisfaction as Jill died in agony, finally eliminating someone he saw as an obstacle to his own twisted version of Jigsaw's work.
Nigga.
But even facial destruction can't compare to the medical realism and sheer agony of what this other con
Yo, this
artist had
stuff
to do to
is
herself.
sick, bro. Whoever directed these movies, you got something wrong with you, man. You literally got something wrong with you. Stephen King couldn't even write something this diabolical.
Valentina was another con artist who had wronged John Kramer during the events of Saw X.
Yo,
And he made sure her
where did he
punishment
get the skills to even build all of this stuff?
reflected the way she had bled
So
people
old
dry
ass down
financially.
somewhere.
The trap was designed to force her to literally bleed herself dry, sacrificing a part of herself to atone for her crimes. Kramer and Amanda were both present, overseeing the test, in this grim industrial room that made
This
everything
old
feel
man
more
is sick, bro.
authentic
He need to
and
sit
more
down and
horrifying.
watch some old
Valentina's
westerns or
crime
something.
was personal to
He
Kramer,
need to
which
sit
made the
down
punishment
somewhere,
feel
man.
targeted and specific, rather than random.
If you refuse,
Go work at BJ's, the ones who be checking out your receipt and all that. Go work there instead of torturing these people. I get they did bad, but come on, man, you doing even
The
worse.
setup was both medically plausible and viscerally horrifying,
Now you going to a
combining
different
real
part of
medical
hell doing this
procedures
shit.
with the franchise's signature brutality. The trap required Valentina to saw off her own leg and then extract bone marrow through a tube to fill up a container. The medical detail was incredible.
Come
This wasn't some
on,
fantasy
bro.
torture device, but something
How
that
is
felt like it
they?
could
How
actually
are
work.
they supposed to do that?
She had to
How?
amputate her own leg first, enduring that agony, while knowing that that was just the beginning of her ordeal. Valentina actually managed to complete the amputation.
Look, it's either I have to amputate my leg or what? Like, you're gonna shoot me? Like, nah, he wouldn't even shoot you. He'll probably just make up something more traumatic and gruesome. Like, what would happen if she didn't do this? Like, I wanna know.
Showing
What
incredible
would happen if she didn't do
determination
this?
and pain tolerance. But then came the bone marrow extraction, which required her to drill into her own bone and extract the marrow while she was already weakened from blood loss and trauma. She couldn't complete the marrow extraction in
yeah,
time,
of course
and a
not.
mechanical blade decapitated her while she was still conscious from the leg amputation. And if self-amputation sounds terrible, wait until you see what happened to this detective who got too close to the truth and paid the ultimate price. Detective
Yo, this man, what is wrong
Carey
with this
was
dude?
a recurring character who had a personal connection to the Jigsaw.
Yo, this is getting worse. Like, the most painful deaths, I didn't know it was like kind of ranked in order. Like, this is just getting worse.
Investigation, and to her colleagues, which added serious emotional weight to her death. She was targeted specifically for her inability to
Like,
let go
what
of case
traumatic event happened to this man where where he feels like he gotta punish these people? What
Her
happened to you?
obsession with solving mysteries
Like,
and
damn,
uncovering the
homie.
truth had become her defining
happened to you?
characteristic. So naturally, that's exactly what Jigsaw used against her. The angel trap is one of the most elaborate
No,
and
I
simple.
can already see what's going on here. It's gonna rip her arms out and all that. I already know what's going
Symbolic
to happen.
devices in the entire franchise, designed by Amanda Young as part of her own twisted test of loyalty to Jigsaw's philosophy. The setting was this stark abandoned room that heightened the sense of doom and isolation, making Carrie's death feel even more hopeless and inevitable. Carrie had to retrieve a key from a jar of acid.
Oh my
Unlock the harness
gosh,
around
of course it's acid, yeah. Let me burn my hand just so I can get a key out, just so I can die anyway. Come on.
chest.
All you have to do is reach in.
All you have to do. It's not all I have to do. You're making it seem like it's a piece like, hey, like all you have to do is come on.
And take it.
The acid burned her hand as she reached in, but she pushed through the pain because she thought following the rules would save her life. But
But it
here's the
didn't.
truly horrific part.
Of course
Amanda
it- of course
had
it
designed the
didn't. Why
trap
would it?
to be unwinnable from the beginning. No matter what Carrie
All
did,
you have to do
no matter
is-
how much pain she endured,
All you have to do
she
is
was
suck my
always
dick.
going to die.
When the harness activated, it ripped Carrie's ribcage open like angel wings while she was still alive and conscious. The mechanism literally spread her ribs apart and exposed her internal organs, creating this grotesque angel imagery that gave the trap its name. Amanda watched the entire thing, ensuring that the trap was fatal and that Carrie's suffering was complete. Carrie's
Ensure
death
what?
was slow.
Ensuring that it was fatal? Like, nah. Yeah, let me do this. It's not gonna be fatal. It's like you know it was
Was
gonna be fatal.
and that Carrie's suffering was complete. Carrie's death was
There is no way she could have ever
slow
survived
and
this.
excruciating, with her screams echoing through the building as she realized that all her compliance and all her pain had been meaningless. The combination of physical agony and emotional impact makes this death particularly devastating.
Think about it, bro. There actually might be people out here doing this. You think like you might think, nah, this is impossible. Hey, they can't do this. Trust me, there could be people out there going through this exact same shit.
Devastating, especially since fans had grown attached to Carrie as a character.
But even having your ribs ripped open can't compare to the slow, inevitable psychological and physical torture of this FBI agent who made one wrong choice.
What
FBI
happened to
agent
him? He
Peter
got
Strahm
smashed?
was one of the smartest characters in the franchise.
And his investigation had brought him dangerously close to exposing Detective Hoffman's true role in the Jigsaw murders. This trap was a direct
What happened to him? Like he got his armpit hairs ripped out one by one.
confrontation between two of the series' most intelligent characters, making it as much a battle of wits as it was a torture device. Strahm's investigation skills and his ability
Bro,
to
what
see
the
through
hell is
deception
that?
had made him a serious threat to Hoffman's plans. The trap was designed as a test of Strahm's ability to think outside the box and to trust his instincts, but it was also rigged to eliminate him as a threat to Hoffman's operations.
Man,
The setting was deliberately claustrophobic, a small, reinforced room
That's
with a
gonna
glass
close
box
in
in the
on you.
center. When Strahm was locked inside, he was faced with a choice: get in the glass box or stay in the room as the walls began closing in. His investigative instincts told him that the box was the trap, so he refused to get inside and instead
Yeah,
tried to
get in the. They say the glass box, not a box full of broken glass. See, they like to word things different, so like it would trick you. Yeah, just get in the glass box and just be crushed to death by this room. Nah, get in the box with the shredded glass and all that.
escape
so
the
you can
room.
Cut up.
But that was exactly the wrong choice. The walls kept moving inward, slowly and inevitably crushing him while he was fully conscious and aware of what was happening. Every bone in his body was broken gradually as the space got smaller and smaller, with no way to speed up the process or escape the inevitable. Hoffman watched
what
from
happened to the
safety,
black box?
Having set the trap specifically to eliminate his rival, Strahm's death was agonizingly slow,
So what happened to him?
with every moment of pain drawn out
In the box.
as he realized he had made the wrong choice and that there was no way to reverse it. And that brings us to the death that fans almost universally agree is the most excruciating and memorable in the entire Saw franchise. Timothy Young was the drunk driver who killed
Timothy.
Jeff Denlin's son in a car
Oh!
accident, making this trap
Like, damn, bro.
personal
Like,
for
this
everyone
nigga.
involved. The rack is widely regarded as the most painful trap in the Saw franchise, and Timothy's death represents everything that makes these films so mentally devastating. Jeff was given the ultimate test of his capacity for mercy and forgiveness.
Damn, bro, because he messed up and got drunk and drove somewhere. He gotta be tortured, gang. Like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
He could save Timothy's life, but only if he could let go of his need for revenge and his hatred for the man who destroyed his family.
Like, dang, bro, just forgive me. I'll go to jail. Forgive me. I don't want to be tortured.
The trap was designed specifically to test whether Jeff could move past his grief and anger.
Yo, come on, bro. Be the bigger man and forgive the dude so he can walk up out of here.
Compassion for his son's killer. The setting was a random, grim, industrial warehouse.
Is he naked?
That heightened the sense of dread and made everything feel more serious and more final. Timothy was strapped into a device that would slowly twist his limbs and head, breaking them one by one in a predetermined sequence designed to maximize both pain and psychological terror. When the trap activated, it began systematically destroying Timothy's body, piece by piece. First,
Bro,
his
sucker, forgive me. Dang, is that
arms
hard?
were rotated until the bones snapped. Then his legs, then finally his neck. Each rotation was slow and deliberate, prolonging Timothy's suffering while Jeff struggled with his decision about whether to intervene.
Oh my gosh, you're doing even worse by letting this man die than, you feel me? Are you the better person now? Cause you just let me die. Like,
Mitch.
this nigga is crazy, bro.
Mitch.
Like,
Mitch
damn,
was selling.
bro, are you the better person? Like, let me die and shit. Fuck you. Like, dang, bro. Like, hey, I get it, bro. He drove drunk, killed somebody's kid. He did not deserve that, gang. Just because a dude couldn't forgive him? Sucker, if you don't forgive me? What? Like, come on now. Sucker, if you don't forgive me right now at this second,